How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional day. It is Thursday. Hopefully everybody had a great Juneteenth, good holiday. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend, and hopefully everybody's having a great week, keeping it nice and positive. Today's word of the day is Spelunker. Stands for a person who explores caves. If you hope to one day be a Spelunker, you probably have a love of dark and damp spaces and heat lamps. The reason why I chose this word today is because it describes checking out and discovering the unknown. I always say the comfort zone is a death sentence. I say that religiously. And I say that because um, going to places that you've never been, sometimes even doing it by yourself. This was probably one of the most normal things on the planet that people did in quote unquote before we have quote unquote modern day society. People had to hunt for food. They like the way of life was during the simpler times in the world is people ate what they killed and they ate what they could grow. Period. They drank from rivers, lakes, because of course the world was much more purified back then. But going to the unknown was very normal because it made you stronger. And the same thing is how it is in today's world, doing something. So, and I'll use a young person's life as an example. So a young person going into an apprenticeship, say, let's just i.e. for become an AC or HVAC technician, to become a mechanic, electrician, etc. They're going to do something that they never done before. They're going to be working with people that they're not, that they don't know. They're going into the unknown. They're going to places that they've never been. They're going to the unknown. Somebody joins the military, United States military. They're going to a place of the unknown. They're probably, a lot of times when people join the military, the first time they've ever even got on a plane to go to basic training or even left the country is because of the military. Because because of the background that they come from, the community or neighborhood that they come from, they didn't have the financial means to get on the airplane. They didn't have the financial means to leave the country, and then have to go through a rigorous amount of training to become an efficient, productive member of the United States military. So you're going into the unknown. You're taking the chance, taking the risk. Same thing for somebody going to college, especially if they're going to out-of-state college. First time being away from their parents. They're going into the unknown. Usually college students, when they get into a career, they have to go into some sort of internship. Once again, going into the unknown. Sometimes a college kid is a person who's in an ROTC program, the military, or they're a reservist with the United States military reserves. And so they're getting the best of both worlds. They're getting the military training, learning how to protect the country, becoming an efficient member of society, and they're in college and they're getting the academic side of the house all at the same time. So it's going into the unknown makes you stronger. Being around people that are different makes you stronger, makes you better, makes you way more well-rounded. Going places that you've never been to and engaging with different people, it makes you more well-rounded. And that's that. Like I said, for me, my growth was always when I got on the airplane and went elsewhere. When I went to a new job, went to a new industry, started a new business, it was always the new and the unknown that made life much more exciting. And for a lot of people, exploring caves makes life more exciting. Climbing mountains makes life more exciting. Jumping off of skydiving makes life more exciting. And I say that because we all need an adrenaline rush in order for us to grow, in order for us to get better. If the pandemic didn't teach you that having the same old day in, day out lifestyle is one of the most boring and depressing things on the planet, but for some people they like that because they're in the comfort zone, and that's where dreams go to die. Anyways, today's quote of the day is by T.I. He says, "I wouldn't mind going somewhere and taking a president position and signing acts and taking the attention off of me and taking what I've learned in my career and applying that to another person's." And people like him, he just opened up affordable housing in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. People like him have so much experience in life, from acting, from rapping, now being a comedian, being a business owner with a construction company, real estate company, and various other companies. So he's a great example of a risk taker. He's a great example of being well-rounded. You know, he's a great example of getting outside of his comfort zone. The fact that, and I saw him this year, it wasn't the best act, him trying to be a comedian, but the fact that T.I. is in his 40s now, still learning, still has hunger, still has drive to do more things, because he makes enough money to where he can sit on his butt and just scratch himself. He's at a point in his life where he really technically does not have to work anymore, but he still has that drive. And when you're driven, you know, it doesn't take much for you to make things happen. So on that note, do the great TV things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. As I always say, make money moves, or you're gonna live like a fool. Take care.